video. Today's going to be a different type of video, but let's jump right into it. It was a Thursday at school, and I was in PE. My best friend came up to me. When she came up to me, she asked me if I could spend the night with her the weekend. I told her no, I wouldn't be able to because me and my family was going to be leaving to go to Tuscaloosa for Alabama's preview game. She said, "Oh, okay, well, tell me about it next week." I said, "I will." And we left out, me and my family, and we was in Tuscaloosa. Now, this was Saturday, right before we was going into the stadium. We was going to different booths, having fun, doing different things, doing things that we've never done before, having a blast. And it was the best day in my life. I was really having fun and I was excited about seeing the players and just different things like that. And then all of a sudden, Mom got a phone call, and we were standing in line right before to go into the stadium. Mom got a phone call, and she just said, "Are you serious?" And then she hung up, where she had this look on her face, and I knew something was wrong. I said, "Who called you? What was that about?" And she just looked at me and said, "Your friend and her sister have passed away." And I said, "There's no way. Like, I just talked to her Thursday, and here it is Saturday. And it was April 14th, 2012. There's no way that they passed away. There's just no way." I talked to both of them Thursday. Both the sisters Thursday and all, and told them that I would see them the next week. There's no way, absolutely no way. And then a few minutes later, my cousin called, and she was like, "Did you hear the news?" Because she went to the same school, and she was friends with the girls also. Where when she said that, part of it hit me, and part of me was still in shock, still in disbelief. But then the other part it hit, I was thinking, oh, they really are gone. It really did happen. And I started crying, started bawling. Probably sounded belligerent because I was crying and then trying to ask Mom all kind of questions. And I remember this woman coming up that was taking photos, and she was on the photography crew for Alabama, and she was posting pictures of fans online and stuff. She was looking at her camera, and she was like, "Can I take y'all's picture?" And Mom just made a face at her, and then she finally looked up and seen that I was crying, and she said, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? What happened? Did you fall?" And Mom had to explain to her, no, she lost her two best friends in a house fire. And the woman felt so bad for doing her job, but she just said sorry, and she was like, "I'm not going to even take a picture of y'all because it's not a good time." And Mom was like, "Thank you." And so she went on down the line. Well, at this point, I was still crying. We was going into the stadiums. I was still upset, still belligerent, crying. Couldn't even enjoy the game. If you was to ask me what happened, I couldn't tell you because my mind wasn't on that. My mind was on how this could have happened. My mind also was having thoughts like, if I would have spent the night with them, could this fire have been prevented in some way? Could the fire have not happened if I was to spend a night if I would have been able to spend a night with them? Just different things, and I was crying, belligerent. And then I remember Monday going to school, getting on the bus, and on the bus we had assigned seats, and I sat with one of the sisters. So her name was with my name above our seat. And I remember getting on the bus, kinda still in shock, disbelief, thinking, well, maybe it's just a cruel joke that somebody's playing, and the person's going to jump out from behind the building at school and say surprise, and just thinking things in that way, or trying to think of it happening like that. But as soon as I looked up, because I had a habit of looking up, as soon as I looked up and seen the name was gone, her name was gone, beside my name, I just remember collapsing in the aisle, crying. I don't know who, but I remember somebody picking me up and helping me into my seat to go to school, because we was gonna be late but the bus driver didn't want to rush me because she understood. She started crying, the bus driver did, and anyways, I remember hearing a lot of other people start crying after I collapsed, but I can't tell you who, because I was crying in my hands and not paying attention. I was just upset. And then we had to pass by their house, and it was really hard seeing their house the way it was, and just seeing the house completely consumed, nothing left of it but the floor, and just seeing a big pile of ash where their house used to be. It was really hard. I remember just crying all day at school. I remember in PE most of it all, because that's where I spent my time with one of my best friends, the one that passed away, one of them. And I remember just sitting in the corner of the gym crying, having thoughts like, why did this happen? How did this happen? Why them? Just different thoughts. And then I remember people coming up to me, telling me that they were sorry and trying to comfort me and console me, and just trying to love me and support me. And I remember just knowing what they said, but then not really taking it to heart, telling me it's going to be okay and stuff like that. And I remember after that happened, for a while, I completely isolated myself and didn't talk to anybody, didn't allow anybody to be in. I put my guard up, so to speak, and became unsocial and didn't really talk to anybody, not even my family hardly, for a while. And I just want to say that if you ever lost somebody dear to you, I'm so sorry that you went through that. But please don't make the mistake I did and isolate yourself from people. Please talk to people. Please allow people in your life, because it can help you. And it took a lot of healing, but I will say that it still hits me some days about losing them, especially at such a young age, losing in that horrific kind of way in a house fire. And it still hits me, but allow God in, because He can really help you heal, and trust Him. He didn't kill people. He doesn't kill. He just receives people that knows Him. And I just want to say to allow God in. And this video isn't for attention. It's to bring awareness, to let people in. Don't be unsocial. Don't isolate yourself. Don't give up on life. I pray this video in some way brings you peace. If you ever need to talk, I'm here for you. If you ever need prayer for anything, I'm here for you. I love you and I care about you all. And I hope you know that God loves you and cares about you too. I will see y'all again next time.